And who do we have on the phone this morning?
Hey, this is Heidi from Butcher Babies.
How's it going, Heidi?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. Nice to have a little chat with you today. What words of wisdom do you have for young female aspiring artists in America?
Oh, man. I think words of wisdom would just be perseverance. Just keep at it. There's going to be people that will always tell you no and that it's a 1 in a million shot, blah, 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 blah. But you can be that 1 in a million. It just takes hard work and dedication.
And what would you consider to be the most toxic of all the social medias?
Oh, man, all of it. I miss those days when there was ambiguity, not the word, with rock stars. And now it's like everyone knows what I have for breakfast. And so I think that social media can be very toxic, but it also can be, really helpful with recipes and home decor, DIY. That's what I use it for.
So neither one is more toxic than the other. They're all basically in the same boat. I
think so. I mean, I'm just jumping into TikTok, so I'm not too familiar with it. but I'm trying to get my feet wet in it. I'm 38 years old, so navigating through TikTok is a little weird for me.
And the music business has changed quite a bit since you started. What do you miss about those days, and what don't you miss?
Well, it really has. It's changed a lot, but part of being in this business is learning how to roll with punches. On tour, at home, wherever you go, there's something always changing. There's always some sort of issue pops up, and it's just rolling with punches and coming up with quick solutions. Something that I miss from those days, I think the value of a tangible piece of music. And, whether that be vinyl or CDs, even cassettes, they're back nowadays. But I miss the value of that, the value of the artwork that the artist puts their soul into. And what I don't miss is how there used to be this crazy tiny window for women to crawl through to get into this industry, especially in the rock and metal world. But now that window is wide open, and women are flourishing.
And it's been a minute since Jesus needs more babies for his war machine. Is everything going according to plan, or has everything gone according to plan?
Oh, man. That song came out in 2011, I think. I don't know what the plan was. I think we were just setting out as a bunch of best friends, trying to have fun playing music together. So I don't really think there was really a plan. We just kind of taken this ride, and it's really been a roller coaster, just a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but still, I guess the main focus in mind are just short-term goals of, releasing a song, releasing an album, getting the music video finished, just those goals, and, going out on tour and surviving a tour and putting your best foot forward on each show. Those short-term goals, I think, lead to long-term success.
And was the Marilyn Manson tour the first big tour for you?
It was. It's funny you say that. I'm actually wearing that shirt from that tour right now. That's interesting. Yeah, it was our very first big tour. We had done a tour in the UK with Fozzy, and that was really big. But our first U.S. big tour was definitely Marilyn Manson, and he treated us with the utmost respect. It was really fun. We got to see the Super Bowl in some small town in Canada with him. He was really, really great to us, and it was a fun tour. It really set the pace for Butcher Babies back then.
And I imagine it was a good learning experience.
Absolutely. Yes. I mean, I did everything I could do wrong, but I learned, I learned from his crew. I learned, what to do and what not to do. So it was definitely a lot of learning, and I was pretty young back then. So, I was grateful for those learning experiences.
Congratulations to the new single Beaver Cage, which seems to be rising up the charts.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so excited. That song is so quirky and so fun and so silly that I'm so glad to hear that people are gravitating to it as much as we have. It's definitely one of my favorites off of the new album, so I'm glad to hear other people like it too.
And the video is quite a crazy scene in that video. Was it a pretty controlled environment putting it together?
It was chaos. So we had just spent about 12 hours filming a different music video for a different song we released called Best Friend. And that was in a strip club in New Jersey. And so we took everybody out of the strip club and put them onto our tour bus and just said, go wild, do crazy stuff, like the sky's the limit here. And I didn't even know half the stuff that went on until I saw the footage back. But, it was all Butcher Babies fans that showed up, and they showed up tenfold. They went all out for this video. And so I'm so incredibly grateful for our party animals really making this music video come to life.
And this current wave, all without label support, is that right?
Yeah. Yep. We decided in 2018 to give being independent a whirl, and it is proven to be a lot of fun and really successful. I see a lot of bands following suit, actually. So labels are great for bands that are just starting out, but if you've got a good head on your shoulders and a team that really believes in you, you can totally do it without a label.
Are there any reaction channels pumping it up as well?
Are they? I haven't watched. I get nervous watching those things. So I'm the kind that doesn't read comments. I don't look at the YouTube comment section. I don't look at YouTube video reactions because I just, to me, I feel like I like the song. And there are people that like the song, and that's what matters. So the naysayers, it's not worth my time. So even if it's a positive one, I'm just like, I don't want to watch. I don't want to know what people say because I'm better off that way. It's better for my mental health.
Are you trying to trigger people who comment on blabbermouth posts or other trolls with your song titles?
No. This song was named after, it was actually all of our songs before they get real names. They have working titles, and all of our songs off of this album had a title from a battle in the Vietnam War, and this one just happened to be called Beaver Cage, and we just kept the name because we thought that it was just as silly as the song.
It is a silly title.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thanks.
Is the new single Beaver Cage indicative of what the rest of the album will be like?
Actually, yeah, I'd say it's a pretty good representation of the rest of the album. We have a lot of really fun songs, and then we've got a lot of really, really dark songs too. So you'll hear a range of all emotions on it.
Oh, so can we expect any ballads?
Yes, absolutely. There are a couple on there. In fact, just got back a mix today of the very last song on the album, and it is a ballad with an awesome feature on it. So very excited.
And bassist Ricky Bonazza is the newest member of the band. How did you find Ricky, and what was the key to his selection?
Oh, man, Ricky's just an all-around awesome dude. He was actually referred to us by another guy who I was in a band with prior to Butcher Babies. And and he referred Ricky over to us, and Ricky had posted a video online of him playing one of our songs, Monsters Ball. And it was awesome. It was just his tone, his energy. And then when we actually hung out with him, he fit in like we had all been best friends for 100 years. So it was kind of a no-brainer. He's amazing on stage. And he wrote with us on this new album. And his ideas are amazing. His playing is amazing. Very grateful for his addition to this band.
Where do you see the major differences in the new record and 2017's Lilith?
I think the major difference is that there's no pressure on us. We went in there and we are making stuff that we want to make. And that is, there's something to be said about the freedom that comes with that when you can go in and you make the music you want to make. And there's not a lot of people out there that are saying, you need to sound like this, you need to push this type of button, you need to do this and that and this and that. This is all on our own accord. And I think that that's the major difference there.
Do you have an opinion on the former president referring to Stormy Daniels as horseface?
I didn't even know that. Nope, didn't know that.
No worries.
She's a beautiful girl, so.
That she is indeed. Working with Matt Good, which have been his past productions that are some of your favorites?
I love the Hollywood and Dead album that he worked on. Anything that Matt touches really turns to gold. Matt did a lot of the Asking Alexandria albums that are my favorite. And working with Matt is awesome. He's a wizard. He's a genius. And it's intimidating, but it's so liberating because it brings out, he has a unique ability to bring out emotions that you wouldn't have thought of on your own. So he's great. And
what do you like best about Carla's voice? And do you push her to growl deeper, or how do you guys push each other?
Well, when we are in the recording studio, both of us really push each other to do our best. We're each other's biggest cheerleaders, and it's been that way for years. I mean, we know each other's voices so well that we can tell when something is peaking at its best or if it's not there yet. And we're totally cool with saying that to each other. Being able to say, hey, your voice sounds fatigued, let's wait to do this till tomorrow or something like that. Or you're in your peak spot, like let's bounce around and get these awesome takes. We both do highs and lows, so you'll hear a lot of that on this album, whereas I haven't really done a lot of lows on the other albums. But I like that Carla's voice gels well with mine. We do fun harmonies together. That's my favorite thing.
Wonderful. Well, the album comes out this year. It looks like you have a few dates in Europe. Is that right?
Yes, and we are announcing a tour tomorrow for the U.S. side. So we've got a busy year coming up.
Would that be a headlining tour or a support?
It's a support slot.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Super excited.
Awesome. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to us. Do you have any final thoughts you'd like to share with people that are listening to this?
Oh, just want to say thank you for the last 15 years of support and love, and can't wait to see what the next 15 years brings.
Metal, God!